Hey, everybody. Welcome into the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast morning show. It's Wednesday, January 5th, 2022. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleman Gaming. Burley, how you doing, man?
Doing good. I have not watched Boba Fett yet, so
Yeah.
no spoilers, please.
No, yeah, I haven't watched it either. I'm probably gonna be watching it in a couple hours. Yeah, after this. Want to wish all of you a good morning, and of course, a special message for our Japanese viewers here. I want to play this for you.
おはようございます。
Good morning.
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Ooh.
起きていない人もいますね。早く
Hurry up.
起きて
Get up, get up, get up. Anyway, so yes.
I don't even know how to react to that one, so I'm just gonna nod my head like an idiot.
I almost have to hear that every single day, Burley. So, Hayaku, okite. That means hurry up, get up. So anyway, to this show today, we're going to be talking about, of course, Mass Effect Legendary Edition coming to Game Pass. So Game Pass is starting strong in 2022, Burley.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that is definitely for something for if you wanting a lot of great games and a lot of content for your Game Pass subscription.
Yep.
That is there. Like I still got to go back to. I started to, but just got involved with 20 other things, so I have to go back to 2 and 3. But one, it was a really good nice to revisit one, and for the first bit that I've ever experienced with 2, so just to get that collection on your Game Pass subscription,
Yeah.
you're gonna have tons of hours of gameplay.
Now, did you purchase the Legendary Edition when it came out?
I didn't purchase it.
Okay.
So here's the thing. They had a little promotion, so I got rid of 3 shitty games.
Uh-huh.
And because you trade 3 games that are worth at least $8, and it paid for the whole game. So I paid nothing. I just got rid of old stuff.
Yeah. But I'm just sure that there's probably a lot of people out there that actually bought the Legendary Edition and then found this out today, and they were just like,
yeah. But that happened.
happens.
We've all had it. I got burned with Persona 5 Strikers.
Yeah.
We've all been burned like that.
Yep.
But the thing is, you never know what is going to come on these services.
Yeah, that's the thing, But yeah, like we've said many times before on the show, I mean, Game Pass is, an amazing service. So we're going to be talking about that. And of course, PlayStation had a pretty big day today, Burley. They, at their CES presentation, they talked about PSVR 2. So we finally got the name, and we got to see what the controllers look like, as well as a PSVR title for Horizon. And I know you were excited about that, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to be talking about those things. And at the end of the show, we're going to be talking a little bit about what we're going to be discussing on our podcast that we're going to be doing on Saturday. It'll be our first full weekly episode of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast. Episode 68 will be coming out this weekend. So we'll be talking about what the main topic of the show is going to be. So we'll do that later. So let's go ahead and jump into this, Burley. So, Mass Effect. So,
Garrus.
Yep, good old Garrus. This is from Ari Notice over at Kotaku. I'm not going to read the article, but I'm just going to show or actually read the games that are going to be coming this month. And we're going to be giving the full descriptions of these games for Game Pass in January. On our regular podcast when we record on Saturday. So, you can listen to our episode to get the full rundown of the descriptions of the games that are going to be coming out. But I'm going to go ahead and scroll down and read some of the games that are coming besides Mass Effect. So, already out now for cloud, console, and PC, Garagoa, Elijah, and The Pedestrian. So, yeah. And then on January 6th, which is upcoming, Ember for Cloud Console PC. And then Outer Wilds, which was previously on Game Pass, and then it left, and now it's coming back again for Cloud Console and PC. So
yeah. I was going to say, I thought it left, and it's now coming back on. It is a game I've wanted to try out, so it's nice that it's going to be on Game Pass that I can try it out.
Yeah. And then on January 13th, we have Splunky 2. That's, the sequel to Splunky, a really good game. And the Anacrusis, which is via Game Preview, new game on Xbox for console and PC on the 13th. So those are the games coming. So, and the games that are going to be leaving on January 15th are Desperados 3 for Cloud Console PC, Ghost of a Tale for PC, Kingdom Hearts 3 on console, Mountain Blade Warband for Cloud Console and PC, Pandemic on console and PC, and Yik, a postmodern RPG for PC. So those games will be leaving the service on January 15th. But anyway, Burley, Mass Effect Legendary Edition, man. So that's coming on the 6th. So, man, this is an excellent grab for Game Pass, especially as well as the Outer Wilds. But what do you think of this one coming to Game Pass now? So no one has a right to say, I've never played Mass Effect, because if you have Game Pass, you have no excuses now.
Yeah, no, like if you have Game Pass and you wanted to check these out, this is just so great for Game Pass because you're getting hundreds of hours of content just with this collection alone. Not to mention all the other stuff on Game Pass, but like I know someone that just signed up to Game Pass and they're going to be like, "Oh, I get all this. Now this is on there." Yeah. We're going to go straight for this. So it's like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Just to let people just get the content.
Yeah, I remember you were streaming the first game, but did you get through all 3 of them?
I streamed the first game. I did try to stream number 2, but for some reason 2 did not work well with my audience at the time. So I just kind of shelved that.
Yeah, I was still going through the first game, and of course the graphical fidelity is better, this comes with all of the DLC for each game too, so that's the cool part about all of this. You get to play all the downloadable content for it. So
except for one of the DLCs for the first game, Pinnacle Station, because BioWare lost the source code, I think it was.
Yeah,
way back when, but apparently from what I've heard from people, Pinnacle Station was not very good. Yeah. It changed things drastically, and people weren't as impressed with that.
Yeah. So Game Pass, starting off strong, and then of course, into February, and then into, April is I'm trying to remember that game that's coming in April for Game Pass on day 1. It's called, I think it's Stalker or something like that. Heart of Chernobyl, something like Stalker 2.
I think that's the name. April Game Pass.
Yeah, Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. I think that's what it's called. It's coming in April. I think late April. That's one of the big titles. So.
Yep. Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl. Yep.
Yeah. So, a lot of good stuff coming in. And as we were talking about on the podcast, I mean, as we get farther into 2022, we're going to start seeing almost each month a big game coming to Game Pass. As we get it, rolling into 2022, farther into the year, and then into 2023, we're probably going to see a AAA title coming into Game Pass maybe once every 2 or 3 months, I would say. Our other co-host, Turn-Based Carl, that's what he was talking about. So, and I agree with him on that. So, yeah. So good stuff. Okay, Burley, if you don't have anything else to say on this, I think we're going to move on to...
The only other thing I have to say is if you have a PC or you have an Xbox or both, subscribe to Game Pass.
Yes.
Seriously, it is well worth your value for what you're paying for and what you're getting. It's not just like FPS stuff. Like you're getting tons of variety with everything of different varieties of games, genres. Pick it up. You will not regret it.
Yep. Okay, so after this brief video segue, we'll get into PlayStation and the PSVR 2. So right after this. Okay, PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR 2 Sense Controller is from the PlayStation blog, the next generation of VR gaming on PS5. So in January every year, they have the CES, that's a Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. And PlayStation and Sony obviously have a part to play in the Consumer Electronics Show every year. Sony has like new TVs and things like that to show off. But of course, PlayStation is there. And today, at their presentation, they talked about PSVR 2 as well as the controllers. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here and kind of talk about a little bit of the specs. But first, what they really talked about and highlighted was like visual fidelity. So for a high fidelity visual experience, PSVR 2 offers 4K HDR, 110 degree field of view, and foveated rendering, whatever that means. Burley, do you know what that means? Foveated rendering.
No. I did watch the CES thing this morning as I was having my breakfast and all that, but I was like,
yeah.
There's a lot of stuff that kind of just went in and then went out pretty quick.
Yeah. They talked about headset-based controller tracking. So with inside-out tracking, PSVR 2 tracks you and your controller through integrated cameras embedded in the VR headset. And then new sensory features. So they go on PSVR Sense technology combines eye tracking, headset feedback, 3D audio, and the innovative PSVR 2 Sense controller to create an incredibly deep feeling of immersion. So that was like the key word of the day, immersion. So, yeah. And let me scroll down here. So I want to get to the specs part. So PSVR 2 specifications. So let me go ahead and read these off to you. So display method, OLED. Panel resolution, 2000 by 2040 per eye.
Ooh.
So yeah. Panel refresh rate, 90 hertz by 120 hertz. So adjustable lens separation, field of view, approximately 110 degrees. So I don't know how different that's going to be from the original PSVR.
I'm just taking a quick look at the PSVR specs.
Yeah.
See if I can
kind of compare them. Yeah. So the sensors, motion sensor, 6-axis motion sensing system, 3-axis gyroscope, 3-axis accelerometer. Yeah. Attachment sensor, IR proximity sensor. Yeah. A lot of these specs, it's like most of the general public consumers aren't going to know what the hell that means. But yeah. Anyway, communication with PS5, USB Type-C. So audio input, built-in microphone output, stereo headphone jack. So, and then let's go to I'm going to go ahead and go over here to, if I can get the page down here. Here we go. So the VR 2 Sense controller specs. So you have the button, right button, left button, sensing tracking, motion sensor, 6-axis motion sensing system, 3-axis gyroscope plus 3-axis accelerometer. So Bluetooth version 5.1 for communication. So built-in lithium-ion rechargeable battery. It's going to be with this, the controllers. So
nice.
Yeah.
I do have the specs for the original.
Yeah. Can you read those, Burley?
Yeah.
Or let's compare them. I mean, what
Well,
is
well, I was
different? Yeah.
So you've got field of vision on the original was 100 degrees.
Yeah.
You've got the same refresh rate. I don't. Did they mention the display size for PSVR 2?
Let's see. Let's go back here.
I don't think.
No, not really. Just the display method of OLED.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, and resolution for this they gave 1920 times RGB times 1080.
Oh, okay. So 2000 by 2040. Yeah. So that's yeah. That's a lot better. Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, it's like how many? Because the PSVR was like 2016.
Yeah.
You've got 6 years on it, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Kind of hope for some improvements, but it had the same panel refresh.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. And I'll go ahead and show you the controller here. So this is the controller now, next gen VR controllers. What do you think of this shape of these controllers, Burley?
They're all right, but like they seem like your standard VR controllers from what I've seen on the other like VRs, like the HTC Vive.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of them have the same kind of controller for VR.
Yeah, this is also from the PlayStation blog. They talk a little bit about the design here. It says the first thing you'll notice with our next-gen VR controller is the unique design, which takes on an orb shape that allows you to hold the controller naturally while playing with a high degree of freedom. There are no constraints with how you're moving your hands, providing developers with the ability to create unique gameplay experiences. We also designed the new controller with great ergonomics in mind, so it's well balanced and comfortable to hold in each of your hands. We applied learnings from testing users with a range of hand sizes, as well as the decades of insights from controllers across all PlayStation platforms. The result is an iconic design that will change how VR games are played. So yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, because with the original PlayStation VR, I used the old motion sticks, you know. So.
Yeah, but I hope it truly does have the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback, because those are stuff I do like in the DualSense controller.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping more and more companies that are developing on PS5 use it, because that's the thing. That's what annoys me is like, oh, this is a big PS5 game, and then they barely use it, and it's like, come on. If you make a whole thing on these controllers, it's not like it's motion-based stuff, which, like, you know, with the PS3 where it was 6-axis, so they were all doing all that, and it's like, I get why you don't put stuff there, but like, come on.
Let me go ahead and read some of the specs here. They do talk about adaptive triggers. So each VR controller, left and right, includes an adaptive trigger button that adds palpable tension when pressed, similar to what's found in the DualSense controller. If you played a PS5 game, you'll be familiar with the tension in the L2 or R2 buttons when you press them, such as when you're drawing your bow to fire an arrow. When you take that kind of mechanic and apply it to VR, the experience is amplified to the next level. And then they talk about the haptic feedback, Burley. It says the new controller will have haptic feedback optimized for its form factor, making every sensation in the game world more impactful, textured, and nuanced. When you're traversing through rocky desert or trading blows in melee combat, you'll feel the difference, magnifying the extraordinary visual and audio experience that's so central to VR. Then it goes on to talk about finger touch detection. So the controller can detect your fingers without any pressing in the areas where you place your thumb, index, or middle fingers. This enables you to make more natural gestures with your hands during gameplay. And then tracking. The VR controller is tracked by the new VR headset through a tracking ring across the bottom of the controller. And then more about action buttons and analog sticks that they go on to talk about. So yeah, the adaptive triggers, haptic feedback would be similar to the DualSense controllers, I guess. Yeah. So that's a plus.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. Okay. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to show you the Horizon game that they were talking about. So after they talked about the PSVR 2 and after they showed the controllers, they brought a gentleman on stage to introduce probably the launch title for PSVR 2. And it's going to be called Horizon VR Call of the Mountain. What do you think of that title, Burley? Call of the Mountain.
It's not a bad title, and it fits with the Horizon.
Forbidden West.
Forbidden Zero Dawn and all like that. So it fits in with the series.
Yeah.
I did not see this coming. I didn't expect. Like, I thought for Forbidden West, I thought that was the only Horizon stuff we're gonna get for years.
Yeah.
So now we're getting Call of the Mountain, a VR game. This is a good little VR game. To like a good thing to kind of hopefully this is the launch title. I would assume if you're revealing this with PSVR 2, I would hope this be the launch title for it, but you never know with companies these days.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to show some of this video, but I'm going to scroll through it a little bit because the presenter talks for about a minute during this. So I'm going to skip that and get right to... So let me go ahead and skip to the part here where we see the gameplay footage here. So let me just see how he goes through this a lot. Okay, so
here we get our little teaser.
Yeah, and it's muted because it affects our volume. So we'll talk through this. So this is pretty cool here. Yep. So walking close to, I think it's a river that they're going across here. Yeah. So, and I love how this foot just like goes right over your face.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah. So
I'm still surprised. I thought because they're revealing PSVR 2 and they're revealing one of the games for it, I'm still surprised we didn't get a release date. I would have thought they would have announced a release date.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
See, even if it's not this year, but I think it is this year, it's going to come. Just to have something to say, hey, here's something later 2020 or early 2023 you can look out for.
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard rumors, and on Twitter, there's some tweets that have been going out saying that there's a Chinese manufacturer that's going to be mass producing soon PSVR 2s. So who knows? Maybe we'll get it in the fall, maybe like around Christmas time. I don't know. We'll see. But I think probably around E3, we're probably going to get some kind of date. And we'll probably get to see what it looks like. So maybe when Horizon Forbidden West launches, maybe we'll get some kind of, teaser and we'll get a look at the headset itself. So now that we've seen the controllers, maybe we'll see the headset. What do you think, Burley?
It's possible, yeah. Because especially if you've got this Call of the Mountain game and you're tying stuff with Horizon. So it wouldn't be surprising if they... tied all in.
Yeah.
But you know what would I would think they would have done to kind of hype the PS5 is you remember the one game every PS5 owner has?
Oh yeah, the Astrobot.
Make an update for that.
Yep.
Make you go in a new little section called PSVR.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And then you can and it shows you, reveals it in Astrobot, and then they put the trailer online like an hour or two later because not everyone has it, but you have a little something there, so you go back to the one game that everyone has on PS5, and then they can add to the game with VR stuff if they want.
Right. Now, they said that this Horizon VR game is going to be an experience. Now, that's kind of what has me scratching my head a little bit. I mean, when they say experience, what do they exactly mean? Is this only going to be like a 30-minute to 1 hour VR game? Because we've had experiences before, like with, like Iron Man VR, like experience and on some of these other titles that were very, very short in nature. So I'm wondering, it's like people that are going to invest in a headset that's going to probably be around $500, probably close to the same amount of money as the console,
Yeah,
and
this
yeah,
this thing, I don't expect this to be long.
yeah,
This, because they're saying experience.
yeah.
I'd say 4 hours max.
It's probably going to be
But
shorter than that, but I don't
yeah,
know,
like,
man. I'm
well, I'd
skeptical
say
about this.
4 hours is a maximum, and
Yeah,
I doubt that'll be that.
yeah, but yeah, uh, I don't know, man. And I think it's going to be probably around $500, and
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know how many people are going to invest in this right away. I mean, people
yeah,
can't even find a PS5 right now, for Christ's sakes. I
yeah.
mean, just
Well,
imagine how difficult it's probably going to be to find a PSVR 2, because the original PSVR was really, really hard to come by for a while as well. I mean, it took out here in Japan, it took me about close to 9 months to actually get a hold of one.
oh wow,
Yeah, the stock was really, really limited when they
yeah.
first came out. So just imagine PSVR 2 is probably going to have the same problem. Hopefully not, but yeah, it's more than likely, especially with what's going on with PS5. So
Yeah, this will be short, but like, as you and I were talking off camera before that we started this,
yeah,
PSVR launched with like 15 fucking games. So like, they're
yeah,
gonna launch.
a lot of titles. Yeah,
They may just, this may be the pack-in title. You do this Horizon as the early pack-in title,
yeah,
but when it launches, you get like, you have the option of buying like 5 to 6 other games. Not
yeah.
to mention, Sony has been giving VR games away over the last couple of months,
Right,
and I
right.
never had the PSVR. I have, especially now, I see no desire to get into
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
So if I buy into it at launch, I do have at least a fair library of stuff to go back to.
right, right. I mean, yeah, I have PSVR, but I haven't played it in a long time. I mean, my favorite game that I played on PSVR was Batman Arkham VR, but yeah, that was a long time ago. That was like a couple of years after the launch, PS4. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just I don't know, man. If you give me an experience that is almost similar in scope and in time as a regular game on a console, then I would be really, really interested, and I would probably want to invest some money into it. But at the moment, when this thing launches, I'm not going to be picking one up. So I'm going to have to wait to see what comes out and, what's provided. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, we're still waiting and see. We have no idea when this thing's coming.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Like, here's the thing: Sony's just announcing it, and we got a small tease at one game for it.
Right.
We have no idea. We can only speculate and think at this point
Right.
until we get more concrete information.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Okay, so before we end the show today, Burley, I want to show our thumbnail for the next episode of the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News
Ooh.
Podcast. And our topic of the show this coming Saturday is going to be our 2022 gaming resolutions.
Ooh.
So, of course, we're not going to talk about them right now. I'm going to save it for the podcast, of course. Coming up this weekend, we're going to be recording our first episode of 2022 on Saturday. But what are some gaming resolutions you might have for this year? So, for example, I want to play more RPG games, or I want to get more into competitive multiplayer, or I want to play more like survival horror titles or something like that, or I want to invest more time into gaming or less time into gaming. I mean, it depends. Or like Burley and I and all of the streamers that are out there, for example. You might want to stream some type of particular game more than you did last year. So, yeah, let us know. I just posted on Twitter a couple of hours ago and we'd love to hear your comments. And of course, we would read some of your comments during the show. And of course, Burley and I will be giving our resolutions during the episode. So, Burley, what do you think, man?
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it, and hopefully we get some people to respond to the tweet and all that, and hear what they say and go from there.
Yeah, and
Read
also
some of it off, because I'm curious to see what some of their gaming resolutions are.
Yeah, and also in our Discord, of course, too, which is below here now. You can join our Discord community and you can discuss those as well. And all of our community members can also leave us comments, and we would also read them on the show. And of course, our patrons as well. So you can leave comments on Patreon. And of course, our patrons, we would also read your comments as well on the show. Yeah, patrons, our Discord members, anybody on Twitter and on social media, please post us some comments, and yeah, we will read them on the show and give you a shout out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so gaming resolutions. Yeah. Do you have any other kind of New Year's resolutions, Burley? Not gaming in particular? I don't.
What are non-gaming resolutions?
Yeah, exactly. What are non-gaming resolutions? I don't know, man. I don't know. More spiritual opium, Burley, for you? Yeah.
Well, that's just a given. That's just a given.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like, of course, I drink Monster Energy. I like drink 1 can a day. I probably need to cut back on that because it's got a lot of caffeine in them. So, yeah, I should probably cut back on that. So that's a resolution. Okay, I'll make that a resolution for myself. So. But yeah, so we're excited to do this episode coming up on Saturday. So. Yeah, so we want to thank everybody, all of our viewers on YouTube and Twitch. Of course, you can catch the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast Morning Show every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Twitch at twitch.tv/thearena_podcast and on YouTube at youtube.com/thearena productions. So, yeah, you can check us out, and we will be back tomorrow. So, Burley, who knows what kind of news we're going to get, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like...
just have to wait and see. In a few hours, something will drop.
Yep.
You never know.
Yep, that's for sure, man. That's for sure. So, yeah, it's like this PSVR news. It kind of dropped, like, out of the blue, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, everybody. So thank you so much. And we hope to catch you tomorrow in the next one. So I've been your host, Expat, for my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming on Twitch. We hope to catch you tomorrow. So everybody, good morning and take care. And we will see you tomorrow morning.
Take care, everyone.
Yep. Peace out. Burley, cut the feed.
Cutting.